We're back for some fun names here on day 121 of the Daily Bread Bible Study. We are looking at 1 Chronicles chapters 7 through 9. Now we see some descendants of the 12 ancestral tribes. We see Issachar and Benjamin, Naphtali and Manasseh, Ephraim and Asher. And then we see the daughters of Zelophehad mentioned here as well too. In verse 14, the sons of Manasseh, Asarel, who was Aramean, his Aramean concubines bore to him, and she bore Machir, the father of Gilead. And Machir took a wife for Huppim and Shuppim, and the name of his sister was Maacah, and the name of a second was Zelophehad, and Zelophehad had daughters. This is also discussed on Numbers 27, day 49, and in Numbers 36, day 51. And we also discussed the daughters of Zelophehad in Joshua 17 on day 68. So just a reminder, the descendants of Zelophehad, there were no male heirs, and they wanted a share of the inheritance to continue the line of Manasseh. So moving on to 1 Chronicles 8, descendants of Benjamin are noted, including the notable King Saul, his son Jonathan, and his grandson Merib-Baal or Mephibosheth, the son honored by King David in order to keep his promise of blessing Jonathan. There are a lot of Baal names used around King Saul's descendants. In 1 Chronicles 8:29, Giel, the father of Gibeon, lived at Gibeon, and the name of his father Maacah. His firstborn son Abdon, then Zur, Kish, Baal, Nadab, Gedor, Ahio, Zechar, and Mikloth, who became the father of Shimei. Now these all lived opposite their kindred in Jerusalem with their kindred. Ner became the father of Kish, Kish of Saul, Saul of Jonathan, Malchichusa, Abinadab, and Eshbaal. And the son of Jonathan was Merib-Baal, and Merib-Baal became the father of Micah. These names are hard, so thanks for bearing with me. In 1 Chronicles chapter 9, we see the reverse order of ancestry, that the first to live again after the exile. Now, it's very fitting for us today because we, have seen what it is like in order to try and live again after things, happen and that we are able to overcome challenges. So in 1 Chronicles 9, verse 1, so all Israel was enrolled by genealogies, and these are written in the book of the kings of Israel. And Judah was taken into exile in Babylon because of their unfaithfulness. Now the first to live again in their possession in the towns were Israelites, priests, Levites, and temple servants. So we are then get an account of the priests, that there were 1,760 workers, and this was in chapter 9, verse 13. For the Levite roles, there are gatekeepers of 212. Those were for utensils, furniture, mixing spices, bread, and singers. And then chapter 9 ends with the retelling of King Saul's heritage and ancestors. This sets up a return to narrative storytelling in chapter 10. So we get past all these genealogies and we get to go back into narrative storytelling. So we will look forward to that next time.